Today we're recording on Gadigal country.
And we'd like to pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the Gadigal people.
I know you're gonna dig this.
It's like I've been given like an extra sprinkle of something.
You got layers.
Yeah, I got layers.
I was just thinking, I'm like, we're just such beautiful storytellers.
You're making a lot of sense today, girl. No, I'm done.
Let's jump into it, honest to God.
Okay, we're in the same studio. You ready? Buckle up. Things are about to get a little crazy.
Is it Sunday? Because I feel like there's a roast coming.
Ooh. Oh.
Sunday roast, baby.
Let me tell you about roasts.
Okay.
Last Sunday, I cooked a full chicken in my new air fryer, and now I've turned into an air fryer mum.
Oh.
Honestly, every meal comes from the air fryer.
Like a full chook. Like a full
chook.
like the legs and all.
I broke the back of that thing and I splat it open. And
Why did I need that visual? I did not need that visual.
I had so much fun cracking the back of that chook, trust me. And then I pushed down on it like I was like...
Did you save the wishbone?
No. Actually, where was the wishbone? My chicken didn't have a wish.
You cracked its back, so it's probably broken. You made your wish come true.
My chicken, I don't think, had a wishbone.
Okay, that brings up such nostalgia for me because my mum was so like, every single time we got a hot chook, that wishbone was like dried on the windowsill.
And like, there were many?
Yeah.
Yes. Why did blackfellas use them? Slingshots.
Maybe. No, I feel like she was nostalgic. Like she was like superstitious. Or maybe like, I don't know, sentimental
and
about
they
that
become
stuff.
crusty and dry.
Oh, yeah. It's so gross. And then you'd get your pinky. They'd get their pinky and then you break it and whoever's got the bigger part gets the wish.
Okay.
So that's kind of wholesome. Anyways,
yeah.
we went from roast
Sounds
chicken
normal.
to wishes.
But listen, I just want to quickly touch on the air fryer because I'm actually quite proud of myself.
Okay.
So I've been creating I went and bought an air fryer from Kmart, $100,
Nice.
massive air fryer. And I've been creating dinner every night in it. So I went through a phase where I stopped cooking for me and my partner because I was just overcooking. When we first got together, I was like, I was the chef, he was the cleaner. I would cook, he would clean. That's how we worked.
Yeah, makes sense.
The relationship. And then I just stopped cooking because I was like, I'm so over this, and I needed to be re-inspired. Just buy a fucking air fryer. You can do everything in it. Last night I did some garlic and parsley pork chops.
Oh,
Delicious. You can
know
do
what
a full chook, as I said. You could do a full roast. You can even cook like a stir fry in the air fryer.
That's crazy.
You don't even need a fryer.
I've heard that you can bake in it as well.
You can.
Yeah.
Bake your whole chicken.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bake your whole...
And it only takes 45 minutes, honestly.
And you just go...
45 minutes,
But they only have like pre-settings, so I don't... Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, but
anyway, we digress. But
no, I love this.
Maybe we should get a sponsorship for an air fryer. All right, team, get onto that.
Nia and I made this joke the other day. It was like, fuck therapy, just go to Kmart.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the... Like, I feel like every time I walk out of Kmart or like Big W even, like I've spent maybe like $60 on like 100 different items and it's the best thing. I walk out there feeling so much better with my life.
What do you go to Kmart for?
Oh, okay. So I went to Kmart to look for these stools that have gone viral. So because they're like a dupe of the Fenton and Fenton stool.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like looking, they didn't have them. So I was like, Devo. So I went to Big W. So what I got from Big W is like, I just buy storage, like hangers and like my laundry pods in bulk.
Yes. I'm a storage king.
Yeah. Well, no. And I went to Kmart
I am a storage king.
No. Take that back. I went to Kmart when I was in Perth because I spent 4 hours organising my sister-in-law and my brother's pantry. If that's not love, I spent 4 hours organising this fucking pantry because they were complaining about it and I had nothing else to do. I was like, look, I'm here in Perth. I'll make myself useful.
How did a pantry take 4 hours, honestly?
You have no fucking idea.
Because a pantry can't be that big.
No, this thing...
Was it just like chock block, dirty?
People just don't understand life skills. They like complain about the same thing and it's happening because they haven't changed it.
Yeah.
They were like, the kids keep getting these snacks. It keeps the kids keep coming back and they're complaining like, you can't have those snacks. You can't do this. And I'm like, but put them up.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, oh, but we can't put them up because that's there. Move it. Like,
big excuses.
Common sense. Anyways, it's not even my sister-in-law, mind you. I love her dearly. It's my brother.
Is this Jackie?
No, this is my other sister-in-law, Rowie. And she was like so grateful for it. And I spent like, look, and she was like, oh, I don't want you to do this. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then my brother, I just like was like, you ungrateful little beep.
Mm.
Like he comes in, he's like sussing it all out, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, we'll see how this lasts like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I bet he was like,
I was like,
yeah, I don't like this here. Why is that up there?
yeah. I literally bought them like,
Sorry for doing the impersonation
mind
of
you,
your
I
brother.
spent $300 at Kmart.
You did.
$300 on them
Go
to
on
buy
then.
all the containers,
Claim it
the
back on
labels.
tax.
I even labeled shit, Maddie.
Yeah, wow.
I was mad. Anyways.
Yeah,
Anyways.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you want
look,
to talk about roast? Let me roast him right
All right.
now.
and when you were home, what else happened? Because you were just in Perth.
Yeah, it was just shitty.
It was shitty.
It was
I saw your
shitty.
post.
Yeah,
Do
it was
you-
just shitty.
Are you still feeling that way?
Yeah, I feel like I feel fine. I feel
Yep.
fine. It's just my oldest brother is showing a lot of signs of a mental illness,
Mhm.
and there's no one there to support him or help him. I'm the only person that can kind of like kind of feels that responsibility. Like my brother obviously works away. My other brother works away,
Yep.
so he can't. And he's like, and he's living in the house with kids. So I'm like really concerned about their safety, his mental illness, my sister-in-law's safety. Like not that he's like irrational or like he's going to do something stupid, but he's just showing signs like, you know, of like a lot of paranoia. And every
Yep.
time he's shown signs of paranoia, something has happened. So I'm just a bit concerned. And I had called 13 Yarn and had like a chat with them, and they were really helpful
Yep.
about getting him into a GP, but obviously he has to do it like voluntarily.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go down the whole route of like talking about it, but at the moment, like I'm trying to separate and have that boundary of like I have to just get on with my life right now and like get on with like things that I need to do.
Yep.
But there's always that part of me that if he doesn't get the help that he needs like ASAP, he might turn out like my sister, which obviously everyone knows that she passed away like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get the help, he could go down a really bad route and probably end up on this fucking street homeless and, you know, like unsupported and vulnerable, just like she was. So
Is he
I'm
open to
really
getting help?
concerned about it. No, he hasn't. I mean, mind you, like he's isolating himself so much to the point where it's like, how do you help someone that doesn't want to help themselves?
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know it.
It's
Like
difficult.
you know that you've
yeah.
been in the same boat. Like we
Yeah.
had this chat when we were on the Gold Coast about, you know, your family and like
Yeah.
your dad relationship. So it's like you
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
difficult. One thing that I've realised when it comes to particularly my mum and my sister, who live in Sydney, they make lifestyle choices daily that I wouldn't want anyone to make, especially a family member. You know, they have alcoholism and drug addictions, especially my sister. What I've realised is that there's nothing that I can do. Honestly, I can be on the end of the call. I can show my support. I can turn up and I can listen and I can love on her, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, like there's been things where I've tried to implement to make their life more safe,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't work because they're not at that point where they're able to really take that help on. So it's like you sort of have to allow people to be there when they need you, but don't feel like you need to do all the work.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest thing. Like I've genuinely been like the bearer of everything for them. Like the one that like innately, like when my mum died and my nan died, I was like, I thought straight away that I've got to get my family back together.
Yeah.
Like I've got to get them back together. And I did that. And I should be happy that I did that. But
Yeah.
it's a matter of keeping them together. And so when they're not thriving in their life and they're like unwell and they're like unhappy, it's just being an empath. Like I really feel it on a deeper level. I get so overstimulated by it. I get so overwhelmed by not being able to fix their problems. And like I'm the
Being
same
far
with
away from them,
partners.
yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh, it's so hard. But I'm like, okay, I can only do what I can here, like you said, and then I just gonna have to like try to like be as positive towards them and like get them to understand like why it's important to take care of him and why it's important to like also like be around him. Like I feel like my other brothers don't hang out without me. So like they're all in Perth, every
They
single
don't
one
hang
of
out, they
them, and
don't
they
see each
don't
other?
hang out.
Wow.
Like barely. Like well, obviously my two brothers are living together in the same house, so they see each other. But then my younger brother is like off doing his thing. Fair enough. Like he's the one that I'm probably least concerned about, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's killing it and I'm like so proud of him. But like my other two brothers, like Troy's killing it. Like he's got a family, he's got work, but he's got a lot of like environmentally like stressful things that he needs to get on top of, and I just feel like also he hasn't evolved into the person that I guess I was hoping that he would be. Like his respect levels are pretty low at the moment in terms of like the way that he talks and speaks about women. I had to correct him so many times when I was in Perth, and I was just like,
is that awkward?
it's so awkward.
So what do you
I
say
feel
in
like
that
a
moment?
fucking dictator.
Yeah, what
and
do
I'm
you
like, I
say?
don't want to sound like that. Yeah. But they put that much pressure on me to like be this person, and then when I like actually step into that role sometimes, like say like they expect me to be like this mothering, maternal, you know, person. So then I'm like, well, learn to respect women, and I call them out for their shit. Troy's like, oh my God, I don't know how to like act. He's like, you're telling me off. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you off because you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I would do that with my friends.
Yeah.
Like if, you know, like if anyone said the wrong thing in front of me, like, oh, anyways, I was trying to listen and not judge, but fuck me, it was hard.
I got a question. Is it possible not to judge? Or do you judge and you don't voice your judgment? And that's the whole idea of not judging someone, not allowing them to be privy to what you think.
I feel like you can judge, and then there's a moment of like reflection that you have in a split second that you're like, oh no, that's just my either whether it's in like internalized misogyny, whether it's in internal racism, like you know what I mean? Like you might have a judgment on something, and you're like, oh, that's not good, and you question yourself maybe.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything like that. I mean, I have things of like maybe like what people wear. I feel like I judge people on what they wear. I'm like, you could put in so much more effort, but like, not you, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll see someone, I'm like, they would look so beautiful if they just put in more effort. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think that's something you need to work on.
I know.
It's a bit superficial.
But it's superficial, right?
Totally.
But I would never, again.
You wouldn't say it.
I wouldn't voice it.
Totally.
But if someone
that's what I
came
mean,
to me.
because there's so many things that I feel like I judge about as well.
Okay,
that I keep
go.
internal. You
Oh,
know?
okay. Yeah.
Like,
Let's play a game of we listen, we
And we
don't
don't
judge.
one thing that I judge on is if people, and I can't even, yeah, okay.
It's gonna
People
be so fun.
who wear dirty shoes.
Yes. Remember when we did our icks and you were like, you know, if people don't clean their white shoes, yeah, that was me. And you were like, you literally looked at my Veyers and you were like, clean your shoes, you dirty bitch.
Yeah. I just think like, if you're going to wear them, just wipe them over before you go outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
but that's
true.
just like a superficial thing, but I would never say it. But if I rock up and you have a mint outfit, you're looking fucking hot, and then
you have
my
dirty
eyes get down to the
shoes.
floor and you've got these dusty ass fucking shoes on, I'm judging. I'm judging hard.
You're judging.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mean to judge, but I have a habit of judging people's driving. Being a passenger dictator of like people's driving. Like I'm like, you could have got that.
Okay.
In my head, I'm like, focus.
Do you
Like,
think you're a good driver?
yes. Yeah.
I'm
I
glad
think
you think so.
I've
No,
done
I'm
enough.
kidding.
I've done enough courses, like driving cars and like drift things.
Oh, what are you, the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
You had drifting in the streets down.
I learned how to drift. I did a
When?
four-wheel drive course, literally
Learning how to drift,
2019.
where do you do that?
Oh, at the
skate
Barbagallo,
park.
no, the Barbagallo race course in Perth.
Oh my god,
You
girl.
literally do a drift course. It's so
Wow.
sick. It's the best.
It's very
Very mass. I'm not a passenger princess.
no, but I mean, you are a good driver. I've never felt unsafe with you, but I have a
That's
friend
good.
called Ollie, who's when we were 19,
Awful, right?
19, 20, too cautious, bro. You are so cautious that now it's dangerous.
Yes.
You've gone too far the other way.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to find the middle.
You got to find the middle because you can be like crazy and erratic and too confident, and it could be dangerous. But if you're too cautious and you're not merging and you're stopping everyone behind you, it's pretty fucked. And let me tell you, on the weekend I got into a car accident.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, got rear-ended.
From her being on her phone.
No, from Denny. No, I'm kidding. No, look.
That was good.
Yeah, I got rear-ended. But I was driving and I had to slam on my brakes because the Tesla in front of me stopped
Oh
quite
my
quickly.
God, yeah.
And then this car behind me, this little Honda Accord, lovely lady, just smashed into the back of my Jeep.
Yeah, which would have been
Little
more
do you
damaging
know-
for her.
So much more damage for her. My car didn't move, didn't hit the Tesla. My car was still, but the back of it was pretty fucked. So the exhaust is now on the wheel and I couldn't drive it, so I had to get towed. And her whole front was pretty much gone. So I'm hoping, because I'm actually in the market for a new car, I've been looking,
It's
that
a
they
write-off,
just write
or-
it off, give me my money, and that's a little gift from the universe.
Oh,
So let's hope so.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you had your wishbone, you could have wished for that.
We got enough for both of us. Can I have one?
I've been wishing for days.
But okay, listen, we don't judge. Give me another one.
Okay. I don't mean to judge people, but if they have really bad BO, I can't. Like you've gone down in my book.
Okay.
Like you could be the hottest person. Like you could literally be Chris Hemsworth or fucking Dua Lipa. And if they're both pongy and stinky, I could never.
Okay. Yep. No, I agree with you. I think like hygiene is a big thing for me too. I probably would judge you. And would you tell them? Would you say, hey, you stinking dog?
I've had to do this chat and it's so hard. I've had to do this chat with my girls at school and I've had to do it with my cousin
What do you
Zoe,
say?
my little sister. I just kind of like was one-on-one, so it was comfortable. We're on a walk and I made it a place, where we were, I was like, oh, like I've noticed that, when we've hung out the last couple of times, there's a bit of a like stink to you.
Oh, don't. You didn't say it like that.
I did.
You said, when we've
said-
hung out, you stink.
I said there was one point, like, bless her, I'm not even going to name it, but there was someone and we were driving. So she was in the car and we all had to put the windows down. It was that bad. But we listen. We don't judge.
Well, you judged. You told her she stink. You're like, you stinky little bitch.
I felt like it was important for her to have that conversation.
Yeah,
Because if she
in that
keeps
way.
going on about it or like keeps like having that same issue, like other people, I got teased. I pong. That's why. Because when
Oh.
I was 15, I literally like smelled and it was purely a hormone thing.
Mm.
And I got bullied for it.
Yep.
So I don't want that to happen to her.
Yeah.
So I was protecting her,
Yeah.
if anything.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, you go.
Ooh, listen and you don't judge. Oh, okay. What else do I have?
When someone says the wrong pronunciation of a word. So they go, that really resonated with me.
Resignated.
You're resignated. Get the fuck out of here. You're resonated.
Resignation with me.
Yeah, like you're
That's funny.
done. I'm
Okay.
resigning.
Yeah.
See you later.
Do you want to know a word that you say funny?
What?
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, God.
So you say the word birthday instead of birthday.
Birthday?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You say birth with
Yeah.
an F
I say it with an F.
instead of a
Yeah.
RTH. But I listen and I never judge.
Okay, well, you won't get a happy birthday from me.
Okay, listen and we don't judge. I'm trying to think of things that really irk me. Oh, you know what I hate? When people say, sorry, I've been really busy. And it's like their whole world, they couldn't, it's like you're waiting on a reply or you're waiting on somebody to get back to you about something. And when they start with, hey, sorry, I've been really busy.
Sorry, we've all been busy.
Like, we've all been busy. I got to take it back because I did that to somebody, but I actually pretended. So, okay.
What is
Yeah.
it? A kettle pot?
You know what? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Up to the next one. We'll forget about my story. Here we go.
Stop it! No.
We listen
you
and we
find
don't
it
judge.
endearing. No,
we
don't
listen and we don't
lie.
judge when people
Don't
get
lie.
sayings wrong. So, for instance, that's a hard pillow to swallow. All pillows are hard to swallow, love. It's a hard pill to swallow, and it's not the pot. It's not the kettle calling the pot black. It's the pot calling the kettle black.
Oh, I do it every time, and I'm like, okay, Brooke, you know how this sentence is constructed in your head. Why can't?
But we
your
don't
mouth
judge.
say
Like
it?
I'm a
Not at all.
I
No,
listen to
no.
them and I do not judge.
Oh, okay. When someone is like really passionate about something and they start clapping,
I know.
they go.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think I used to like I would clap because I was happy. Oh, I just
yeah.
can't. I'm like, yeah.
We listen and we don't judge. I've got one. You know when someone says, hey guys, you've all been asking on Instagram.
No. Hey,
Oh.
I just jumped on.
No, I hate
I
you've all
just
been
wanted-
asking. Like, for me, it's like, even, like, the whole idea that everyone on Instagram's asking you these questions, it's bullshit.
Nah.
Like, you've got 2 inboxes. Talk about the, like, 2 people have asked. Not
I
everyone's
know.
been asking. Like,
Everyone's
that just
been
irks
asking.
me.
No,
So the
it's
next
the
time I
same
say,
with,
hey,
like,
guys, all you mother have been asking, just punch me in the face.
I will punch you through that phone so hard, and I'll be like, we listen, we
No.
don't judge.
But yeah.
No, it's like, even when people, like, influencers say literally,
Literally.
like, but, like, they all sound the same. Like,
Okay.
every influencer that I, like, follow or, like, on TikTok and Instagram, they all sound the same.
Okay.
Like, I do say literally, but I will mean it quite literally,
Yes.
I feel. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, full stop.
Yeah. Well,
But they
Double
go
standards.
like, guys, this is literally my favorite product. This is literally, like, it's literally
Yeah.
the best. And they say
Literally.
literally and literally.
literally.
Like
What's the
choose
correct?
one.
What's the correct one?
Literally is the
Literally. Literally?
right.
Literally.
Yeah. But also the thing is, like, guys, I thought I'd quickly jump on.
Jump on.
Jump on what?
We know what they're jumping on. Jump on.
We listen,
No.
we don't jump.
Okay. What else is there? Like that
There's
is
so many.
cringeworthy.
There is actually so many.
Mm.
People don't wear, like, they will wear, like, baggy pants, but they're, like, too baggy that you see their butt crack, and they don't wear a belt. I see so many older men do it, and they're like, wear a fucking belt, will ya?
Okay.
Like, you're that generation that belts and pants were a thing. But if you're going to wear baggy pants, make sure they fit your waist.
I know that this is one for you when people do fit checks on Insta. Because you've started to do them though.
When?
You do.
When?
Recently.
Oh,
yes.
Pilates.
No.
Pilates fit check.
You don't put fit check, but it is a fit check.
What is
Like,
it, man? Where?
So like
When?
So you've been doing like, so I remember I used to do this. Ready? I used to go. You know exactly what this is. Ready?
Oh, yes.
And you hated
that
it.
irks me.
And she
Because it's the
hated
same. You still do that. And
I
it's the
do
same every
it.
time.
No, I don't do it.
And you know who's
No.
also started doing it? Danny.
No,
Because I saw
no,
Danny
no,
do it.
No.
I
Listen.
swear.
So one day I came into the studio and you said to me, I hate when you do your outfit checks. And I
I
stopped
said hate?
and I stopped doing it from that moment.
Really?
Yeah. And
I
so
said hate. Oh my God.
you made me feel insecure about
I'm
doing
sorry.
my outfit check and
Listen,
judged
we
me.
don't judge.
So I stopped doing it. And then I realized that you started to do it. And I was like, this girl.
She's so fucking a hypocritical bitch.
But you know what? We listen and we don't judge.
Hypocritical
Hypocrites.
fucks.
Because I'm a bit of a hypocrite when it comes to like chores at home. So
Yeah.
I might not put my dishes away, but then I'll say to Danny, if he puts it in the sink, can you put your dishes away?
Oh
And
yeah,
he's like, "Don't tell me what
that's
to
never
do
gonna go away.
When you're not going to do it.
That's
know?
gonna be into marriage. That's gonna be marriage.
Okay, so this is a bit gross, but we listen and we don't judge. I hate if you're eating and somebody around you farts. No, we fucking judge. We hate that shit. Like, that's disgusting. I cover my food. Does anyone else cover the food like it's a poison? It's gonna.
No, it's just I grew up with like grubby boys. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
I'm
was
so
okay.
used
Let
to
me just
it.
tell you a story.
So
Last
gross.
night I was sitting on the lounge and I was watching a TV show and I was eating my beautiful, succulent bowl of fruit: mangoes, raspberries, strawberries, grapes. I'm eating them open bowl,
Open mouth,
open
bowl.
bowl, and this man next to me, this deliciously looking sexy man, just lets one rip.
But like at you, like aimed at you. Like, are
He's
you
not
dodging
he's not a
it? Like, are you
skunk.
going?
He's not like you know those skunks. He's not like this up on the
lifting
lounge.
up the tail.
No, he's not that. But he farted, and then he just looks at me like, and I'm like, that's disgusting. And I covered my fruit like it was going to contaminate it. Do you cover your food? That's gross,
I'm just
right?
so used to growing up with grubby boys.
Have you farted in front of each other yet?
I farted in front of her the other day. I farted in front of me and
She
she's
loves-
like, well, at least
she
you
loves
did it
fart humour.
first. I love fart humor.
Yeah,
It's the
I always send you
worst.
fart memes.
Like, come on. Doechii came out and said, I'm going to fart. And I said, yes, queen. That video I sent you on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And Doechii comes out and she's like, we're all going to fart. I'm human. I'm like, yeah, we're all human. I ain't holding that in to get a tummy ache for no reason. Why? Why would I do that to myself?
Yeah, let it out.
Anyways, I feel like there's been so many moments where like farts have been icebreakers. I feel like
In
for like
what setting?
for like
At
a
a corporate
relation-
meeting?
for like
Hi, I'm here for the job interview.
no, for like a relationship.
Oh.
You know, like a tension breaker, I would
Yeah.
call it. It's like when you're really serious, you're in a fight, just
Close
like
the
be in the
door
same room as them.
and Dutch oven them.
And honestly, do a weird position. Fart in a weird position.
You know
and
what
I
no.
tell you not, it will break the ice. You'll
What?
be like, ha!
What's a weird
Okay,
position?
will we
Like
even
putting your
fight?
leg up,
Yeah, do it. Fucking cook it. I don't
like
care.
downward dog. style.
Downward dog, literally,
That is
like
funny.
squat. I don't give a shit.
Oh, that is hilarious.
It's
The
a
worst time to
tension
fart is
breaker.
when you're both in bed. Like I was reading a book and Denny was on his phone. He farts and then wafts the blanket.
Nah,
That's just disgusting.
I just don't want to fart in the blanket. Like, absolutely
Poor
not.
Koba.
He burps and farts.
Everywhere.
No, for real. The
Wow.
funniest moment I have of this dog is literally him being out the window, like pulls up, like long body, and all I hear is this. I was like,
You're
and I'm
that
like,
sounded loose.
the radio was on, so like I heard it through the radio.
Oh my God.
No, for real. Like I'd
Wow.
never heard my dog fart before
That
until
is
that.
funny.
Anyways, that was a funny
Anyway,
episode.
Wow.
It
Okay.
turned. I went from Sunday roast to
to
farts.
to Sunday roast, family crisis, to
Listen,
we
we
listen, we
don't
don't
judge,
judge, to
to-
fart.
That
Wow.
is first things first.
You know,
so
we are so multifaceted.
come back next week
Yeah.
for even maybe more funny
Yeah.
episode. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Well, I suppose that's all we have time for today.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to First Things First. If you love what you hear, leave us a rating and a review.
Give us 5 stars. I mean farts. I mean stars. If you want us to cover anything on the pod.
Reach out via our socials. Brooke's handle is @brooke.blurton. My handle is @itsmaddymills, and we will
See you later. You're terrible.